using some of your words that you've said, you had to climb a mountain to get back in there. From a personal standpoint, where does that victory stack up against the other great wins that you've had?
It was a good one because when like these guys up here, like Nasruddin and Carlos, when you're really ramping up and you're on that wave, you start to each win starts to be a booster, a confidence booster. So it starts to give you that belief in yourself that you've done the work and that you have what it takes to be the champion and for a long, long time. And so, which is a great thing to have. But then once you start to really put in the miles on your body and then you suffer a defeat, it kind of, it kind of puts that into question a little bit. And so being able to take time off, which I hadn't done in 20 years of my athletic career, being able to take a little time off, work on whatever I needed to work on and come back and still compete with some of the top in the division, it was a real emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, we definitely saw that in the post-fight press conference. And you did an article with MMA Fighting, or rather they wrote an article with you. And you've got a roadmap of what you want before you kind of move on to the next stage of your career. Just remind us of what it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, the real fans out there could agree that what would be left and spectacular for me to go out is to go out there, win the welterweight title, leave it, and move up middleweight and take that title as well. No offense, Nasruddin.
Oh, wow. Yeah, yeah.
We should look out for in the future. And also for Imavov, you're obviously next for the belt. Is there a specific venue that you want to fight Hamza at?
Yes, I mean, it's a little tough because we would have liked to do something as massive as that, as going back to Africa and really being the first to groundbreak the UFC in Africa. But unfortunately, on the other side of the sport now is promoting as well. I understand that it's a lot of logistics that go into play when you're breaking into a new country and a new territory. So unfortunately, we didn't get that done. But I'm still here. I still got some tread in this tire. So hopefully in the next couple of years we can do something like that. And of course, I'm also on the forefront of promoting as well with my promotion in AKO, which is all African league right now, and trying to really promote and build some of these fighters that we can potentially get in the UFC. But to your last point, African fighters to watch out for, I think Atiba right now is looking phenomenal. Just a start just as impressive as Francis Ngannou start in the UFC. It's almost like right on track with that. So, that's a guy that's impressive right now to watch.
Nassourdine, une question pour toi. Du coup, ton prochain combat contre
Your name and your question.
Hi, my name is Abdi. I'm from Seattle, Washington. My question is for Usman. So you and Belal Muhammad have had a lot of beef on social media. You guys did a lot of back and forth, and you had a lot to say about him on your podcast. Why are you not getting in the octagon with him instead of Ian?
Well, we didn't have a lot of back and forth. It was just a lot coming from him. I just think he's a dork. And, what you do with dork is you ignore them. And this is a question. I like that question. This is the thing is, for someone like myself and Belal Muhammad, right now Belal Muhammad is ranked what? Number 1 in the division, and I'm below him. I'm looking at the title. I've been where he hasn't been. Yes, of course he's been a champion, but we saw what happened when it was time for you to defend. And so I have nothing to gain from fighting Belal Muhammad. He has all to gain. That's why he's the one calling me out. He has all to gain from me. I'm not here to waste time. I want to get the title, and I want to continue on my track of defending and being that champion again. Why waste time with him? If I have the title and he's the next guy, I would luckily kick his head in.
I respect it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Or being a champion?
I mean, I think this is
No.
yeah,
No, actually, being a champion or staying the champion?
becoming a champion or staying a champion. For me, I would say staying a champion, because starting to each and every defense, keeping your mindset as I'm trying to get something, I'm trying to get this title, as opposed to where I'm trying to defend the title. Because if you're defensive, we all know as fighters, if you're in a defensive posture, you're letting the attack happen to you. You're trying to defend yourself from it. But if you're attacking on the offensive, then more spectacular things happen. So I would say it's defending that title.
Can I have a second on that one?
Yeah.
I'm certainly not going to disagree with you there. But what if you know what attack is coming? Because when you're the champ, you kind of know who you got to face, right? Whereas on the way up, there's always this kind of jostling for position to try and get there.
That's true. You know that, but the crazy thing about this and why we love this sport is anything can happen. Even if you know you're gonna whip someone for 24 minutes and then get kicked in the head in the last minute, anything can happen.
Gotcha. Great question. Thank you very much. Going to throw it over to this side. Your name and question, please, sir.
Hi, I'm Naeem. My question is for Kamaru Usman. First, I want to say thank you for stepping in 2 years early on short notice. I was at that card, and we were looking forward to that fight, and so thankful that you saved it. My question is about how do you deal with trash talk? So you fought Colby and like Masvidal, who always like chat loads of shit. So they're saying like they call you Marty Fake Newsman, Marty Snoozman. So how does that affect you in your fight, or does it at all?
Not so much, and I think that's a question we could ask these guys as well. For me, it's when I know I've done the work in the gym and I've put in countless times of training. Trash talk is something that just kind of adds to the game. And now, obviously, I understand it more than most, because I've been through it, to where trash talk, especially in this sport, equals dollars in the bank as pay-per-view when you're the champion. So it's learning to understand that and just kind of let it roll, but not letting it deter you from all the work that you've put in. And we could even ask Nasruddin as well, and Carlos.
Yeah, let's ask Nasruddin. He's